Coach Britton.
Good afternoon, Coach Medina.
And good afternoon, All-Stars. Or it could be the morning time, not sure. We've been in here exercising for so long that I don't even know what time it is. All right, we today are going to be using a soft, bouncy ball. Okay, we're going to be doing some bouncing dribbles. Okay, we're going to be doing all types of dribbles and challenges. So if you have a ball that bounces, but I don't recommend, in fact, I said if you're doing it inside, don't use a basketball. If you're able to go outside, that's great. I know a lot of us aren't able to go outside, but don't use a basketball inside. You're going to end up breaking something over there. You're going to end up getting in trouble with your parents. So please don't do that, okay? All right, but this is soft enough where it's not going to break anything, hopefully, that's too expensive. Okay, on to our skills. First, we're just going to do a little, without bouncing it, we're just going to get a feel for the ball. And when I say get a feel for the ball, you really want to use what we call the finger pads right here. Do not slap the ball with the palm of your hand, okay? We're not looking at all that, okay? We're looking at using these finger pads to control, okay? It's okay if your palm hits the ground, and see these bouncy balls, they don't always bounce up, so this is going to be a good challenge today, okay? But so that's what we talk about when we talk about finger pads and dribbling a ball. All right. But before we even get to dribbling, why don't we get those finger pads warmed up? Let's start with a little bit of around the world, around the waist. How about 10 of those? Okay. And can you take it to speed too? Okay, that didn't last too long. All right, good. Okay. What about figure 8? That's where you actually pass it through your legs in the shape of an 8. Okay, you gotta have good, soft hands. Oh yeah, I see you. Can you take it to speed too? Or like we like to call it warp speed. All right, okay, so far so good with the balance challenge. What about, can you balance on one leg? And can you do the ball around that one leg? What about speed 2?
Speed up.
Can you do bouncing on your other leg? Can you circle once around your leg and then once around your waist? So leg, waist. Now if you can't find your balance, it's okay to be on 2, and you can just, be on 2. But if you can find your balance, give it a try. Timber. Okay, so those are some good warm-up balance challenges. Now let's try the actual dribbling, okay? And start with your good hand. When I say your good hand, usually whatever hand you write with is your good hand. So if you write with your left hand, maybe your left hand is your favorite hand to dribble with. But start with whatever your good hand is, all right? And you're gonna just, what we call pound it out, right by your side, keeping it going about waist high. You get low, athletic stance. Good, watch that ball, because if you have, a bouncy ball like this, it's going all over the place. I mean, if you can look up and see the ball, well then you're better than me. 5 more seconds on this side. All right, what about what we call your non-dominant hand, or your bad hand, the hand that needs some work? Okay, we gotta stay equal, so let's try that. 30 bounces or 30 seconds, whatever happens first. Ready to go. Good, nice and low, waist high, use those finger pads. In basketball, you could use the other hand to guard against someone taking it. V in front of you. So you're gonna cross it over from side to side, a V in front. You're gonna look like this. Right, left, right, left. Good, get nice and low. Control it with the fingertips. Nice job, all stars.
That's good. Very good.
Okay. 5 more seconds. And good. All right, what about a one-handed V? Start with your good hand first. It's making a V, but it's just one hand. Your other hand's just by your side. You're still making that V shape with the ball. Five more seconds. Oh, you make a mistake, just start again, get it back under control. Okay? And remember, we're gonna go through as many difficult challenges as we can. And some of them will be too difficult for even us. So if you're still working on just dribbling, that's fine. Okay? If your level is you're still gonna try to do these two-handed dribbles, fine. If you're gonna bounce it and catch it, fine. That's still practice. And that still will lead you up to the one-handed dribbling, which we know in basketball, to play by the rules, you have to dribble with one hand at a time. And like we did with the V, where we switch it over to the other hand. Okay, so, and that's how you are gonna be a great basketball player, by having a great friendship with your hand and the ball. Okay, next it was the other hand, so kind of our bad hand. My bad dribbling hand is my left hand, which is strange because I write with my left hand. I'm what they call ambidextrous. It's very strange where I do things with other hands. You've heard of that before, Coach?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so in basketball, I shoot with my left hand, but I dribble with my right, so it's strange. All right, we are going to now do our opposite hand. For me, that's going to be my left hand, V. 30 seconds. Yeah, concentrate. Good, if you can look up. And that's amazing. And time. Good. All right. Now, instead of going a V side to side, we're going to do a front to back. So we'll go back to our good hand, and it'll go back, front, front. Whoa, back, front, okay? Here we go, back, front. 30 seconds.
It's okay if you mess up. Keep trying.
And time. Good. All right, now let's go with the opposite hand, front to back, 30 seconds. Ready, go.
See?
And time. All right, that's fun. It can be nice sometimes just to not think about anything except for the one single thing we're focused on, which is dribbling. Just forget about for a second writing, reading, math, chores, and laundry. We're just thinking about bouncing this ball. That's what I kind of love about sports. Get away from all your responsibilities for a half hour. For today's lesson's gonna be about 25 minutes. All right, so the next one, okay, is actually a position that we want to work on called the triple threat position. In basketball, okay, once you've got the ball, you're in something called the triple threat position. So if coach passes me the ball, I have the ball, I'm in the triple threat position. One of my feet has to be nailed to the ground, basically stuck to the ground. My other foot, so if I decide to make this my pivot foot, the one that's stuck to the ground, the other foot can move around. It can move all the way around, it can rotate. I just rotated 360 degrees, a full circle. Okay, and that's okay, as long as I don't move this foot. Now, so when I caught the ball, I could have decided this one was gonna be my pivot foot, and this foot can rotate. Okay, but as soon as I decide this is the pivot foot, I can't switch it. I can't rotate and then rotate and then, oh, here I come with the ball. That's not gonna work in basketball. Okay, so this triple threat position, you're just gonna do a little toss, you're gonna catch it, and then I want you to just rotate, rotate. Okay, so we're gonna throw it up. We'll do this like maybe 10 times. Rotate, rotate. Go ahead, do it a couple times. This triple threat, why they call it triple threat, is because once you have it, okay, once you have it, I can either dribble, I can pass, or I can shoot. So that's why they call it a triple threat position. All right, so give me a couple more. Okay. All right, how about you give me a couple where you're gonna fake the drive, like you're gonna dribble, fake the pass, and then fake the shot, okay? You do that? I knew you could.
That's good.
All right, good. Next, we're getting a little bit difficult, so don't worry if you can't get this. This is called spider dribble. We're gonna try to keep the ball in front of us. We're gonna touch front, and then back, back. Front, back, back. Front, back, back. You try to keep it going. You notice how with my hands moving back and forward and my legs, it kind of looks like I have a lot of legs like a spider. Front, back, back. This is one of the more challenging focus dribbles here. Front, back, back. You have to have these really gentle touches. Oh! One's on the ground. If it's on the ground, you can just pick it up and start again. Okay? Front, back, back. Front, back, back. You gotta get down low and be flexible here, huh?
Yeah.
How are you out of space? And hold. Woo! That one was tough. All right. Now, how small can you dribble? All right, how small can you dribble? So we're gonna start here, then we're gonna get down as low as we can, and we're gonna see if we can just keep it going as little as we can, as fast as we can.
Trying to get smaller than me.
Oh shoot, I don't know if I can. All right, have some good control. Can you look up?
Oh man, that's tough.
I see you. Do you see me? How many fingers am I holding up, man?
I'm gonna look. You know what up to?
I switch.
Oh.
All right, well that was good. That was really good. Did you get how many I was holding up? Did you get the answer? Okay, good. All right, let's try something even more difficult. Let's try putting the ball through our legs on a bounce. Okay, so you're gonna, one hand is in front, one hand's behind, you just bounce, bounce. Trying to put it through your legs. If it gets too far off, then just start again. Oh, like that one. Good, keep it going, keep it going. And something I should mention, that if you don't have a ball like this, you know, you can always watch the videos later. I meant to mention this before. You can always, when you do have the time and space, maybe right now is not a good time for you to be outside, But if you do have time and space later, a basketball, doing these drills, much easier. But I love your focus and you're trying your best. Some of you, I notice you even have an imaginary ball. I see it. I see it.
Look at it.
Look at it bouncing away. I'm gonna steal it. All right, next. Okay, this one's also another tricky one. We're gonna do a figure 8 dribbling through our legs. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Dribble, dribble through our legs and then around your leg. And it makes eventually a full 8.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
Good, about 10 more seconds.
I messed up it. Let's move on. It's okay to make mistakes. Oh.
Yeah, one thing we always say about mistakes is that's the only way to get better, by making them, okay? You're not gonna get better, you're not gonna grow unless you make mistakes. So make as many mistakes as you want, just keep on working hard, okay? For this next one, we're actually going to demonstrate if you were to use some of this dribbling against the defender. So a lot of you might have a chair at your house. You could use a chair as a defender. Let's see where a good spot in the middle so you guys can see. Good. And then me and Coach, we're gonna use the chair as a defender. The first thing we're gonna do is a power sprint. So we're gonna kind of pound the ball like we learned at the beginning. We're gonna pound. And I'll go first and then I'll come around and then Coach will go right after me so you guys will see. So try to set yourself up area like this. Okay, I'm gonna pound and I'm gonna sprint out and then turn around the chair. Okay, good. So that's a great move where, hey, you wanna get around some player. So you're just dribbling like normal, and then it's a sprint. Boom, boom, boom. Good, let's go over that again. Let's do that again.
Now, nice. Make sure.
Good. All right, next, how about we try a crossover? So we're pounding it out like normal, pounding it out. Then we cross the defender over. Okay, again, I turn around, cross the defender over. Okay, let's do that again. Pound it out, cross the defender over. Okay. Pound it out, cross him over. Ooh, killer. I'm surprised that chair's still standing. We've at least broken 2 of his legs with those killer crossovers.
Right.
All right, this chair is just asking to get crossed over. All right, now, instead of crossover, let's put it through our legs. Okay, so yeah, this is getting difficult, and you can just keep on practicing against the chair, going around it. Okay, but if the chair touches the ball, then you lost that battle. But in this next one, through the legs, we're gonna pound like we've been doing. So keeping a consistent pound through our legs. Uh-oh. All right, Coach, you step in.
All right, let me see. Oh.
Nice.
All right.
All right, we're gonna pound it out. Yeah, we can do it back. Cross that chair over 2 ways. So we pound it out. Boom, through the legs. There we go. All right, here we go. Pound it out. Boom, through the legs. All right, here we go. Ooh, breaking my own ankles here. Yeah, pound that one. All right, one more for that one's fun. I was just starting to get it. All right, after that, through the legs, how about we try a half spin, okay? So that's where we're coming to the chair. We kind of got our back to it, and then boom, spin around it. Okay, again, you got your back to it, use it, boom. Jump. Got your back, spin. You spin, but you keep control of the ball. All right, one more on the spin, Okay, I don't know if I can do another. I'm starting to get dizzy of those.
Here you go.
All right, next, after the spin, remember how we crossed it over in front? Let's try to cross it over behind. Okay, this is difficult because you can't see where it's going, but if you have, oh, we have a call on the radio. Oh, it's not for us. All right, so instead of crossing over in front, we're gonna kind of cross it over our back. You just have to trust it even though you're not gonna see it. All right, we're gonna bounce it, and boom, and then you find it. Okay, again, watch from behind. Here, and boom, and we find it. You just gotta have to trust that round ball. You're gonna have to trust it's gonna be where it's supposed to be. Pound it out, and behind the back. Pound it out, and behind the back. Good, let's do one more of those behind the back. Those are kind of fun. I don't know about you, Coach, but even after just this 10 minutes of dribbling, I'm already starting to feel more comfortable with the ball.
Definitely, me too.
You know, and because you're not always playing with the same ball. Sometimes you've got a brand new ball. Sometimes you got one of those kind of dead flat balls, but you're always playing. You know, whether it's sun, shine, snow, rain, basketball is going to be there for you at a park near you. And all you need is any ball. All right, next, let's do something called a front jab, which we talked about a little bit earlier. A front jab is where you just caught the ball. Now we can fake by jabbing one way, but actually going the other way. Okay, it's called a jab step. All right, watch it from behind. Okay, jab, but actually go the other way. Okay, again, we jab, we get the defense going, and then boom, we're gone. Okay, jab, and go. All right, one more jab and go. This way, I'll jab this way. Jab and go. The jab and go is a nice little fake. All right. There's also something called like a double jab. Okay, a double jab. Jab once, come back, but then actually go that way. Okay, so it's a jab, get them back, and then actually go. Okay. Last time we jab, then we go the other way. This time we jab, and we go again. So jab, we bring the defender back, but then we actually go that way. Okay. Jab. Got a ball on the loose. Let's try again. Jab, bring the defender back and go.
And then,
all right. Okay, what about jab, cross, and go? Okay, so again, it's jab, come across, and go. The whole thing is we're holding that foot, we're not dragging it the whole time. See, I can do all this, as long as one foot is planted on the ground. Okay, jab, cross, go. Okay, jab, cross, go. All right, we've shown you a lot. today we've given you some things to work on. Now it's up to you to find a little time. If you do that 5 minutes a day, just a little bit of dribbling, you're gonna be a great dribbler. So if you like basketball, that is the key to unlock your success. Be a great dribbler and everything else is gonna come easier. Coach, have any last words of wisdom for him?
No, good job today, guys. I know it was tough, especially if you got that imaginary ball. You're crossing over everybody today. So keep it up and continue to be awesome.
We are out of here.